Earlier today, McCain died. Um, I drew out Carter on the computer. I didn't like it because I didn't think it looked like him. It was really weird since I've drawn him by hand and liked it. Although I did use a picture of him from when he was in the Naval Academy as my reference this time around, so maybe that was a reason. But um, in bringing up McCain, I want to mention that one of the interesting things about his story, which in my opinion could be 5 or 6 films by itself, is that he actually has something a lot of political figures, including a large chunk of these presidents, even in modern times, don't have, and that's a established family background. You know, you could um, infer the personalities of his father and grandfather because they were both in the military as well, um, and conclude that they, had a strong belief in serving the U.S. And just that's something that you don't have to speculate on based off of the circumstance. And it's really sad because when I think about a lot of the figures I want to do stuff in regards to that aren't part of some well-known family like the Bushes or Kennedys, you end up having a difficult time getting anything out of it because there's not enough material known about their parents or anyone that was part of their early life, which is a period I find especially interesting because it's fundamental to who they be. At least from what I've seen and heard. There could be someone else who thinks the opposite, but it is, from what I've read in most instances, a very significant time. Nobody just wakes up at 30 and adopts some whole new personality. Um, Usually you have the seeds that are planted early on, and I think if there was some kind of work about McCain, it'd be interesting to see how his father influenced him, how his just that whole background of his family that we know as public information. And it really sucks that we have such a lack of individuals that actually end up getting their story told. So hopefully this thing can get put out. I have been compiling a script. There's many interesting tidbits relating to Carter's personal history. You have the early years, which are um, surrounded by the time that his parents are owned some store. There's also the governorship, and that's at that period of segregation and trying to establish the new Southern politicians. It is well versed with many interesting tales, and so I hope that as I continue trying to wind down these other things I'm doing, that we'll be able to get to it. And look, I don't like the fact that it's been put off this much, but I'd rather um, be content with the fact that I made a set schedule of when to try this, and then feel okay in knowing that it didn't go that way because I refuse to back down from that idea. I'm just pushing forward over and over. So I'm gonna try to do this thing this week. If it happens, it does, and if it if we get a piece of it, it'll be great. So thank you.